Local school resource officers are at the center of a federal investigation. The U.S. Department of Education is looking into the Salt Lake City School District after allegations that minority students are being treated unfairly. Good for Utah's Nadia Crow explains.
At both high schools in the Salt Lake City School District, you will find school resource officers or police officers who work in the schools.
And we have 5 junior highs in the city, but only 2 of them have an officer there full time.
One of them is Glendale Middle School, home to a growing number of minority students.
We're seeing about 80 to 100 on average arrests by the police officers in the junior high at Northwest and Glendale over the last 5 years. If you look at it, you see 0 to 1 going on at Clayton.
Salt Lake City School Board member Michael Claris says it's because full-time resource officers are stationed there. And he says it creates a direct school-to-prison pipeline.
But we're introducing them into the criminal justice system at a much younger age, and then we're conditioning them to expect that their behavior is going to be responded to in a law enforcement way.
That's why Claris says he penned a 15-page letter to the U.S. Department of Education stating minority students are being targeted and unfairly and unproportionately disciplined compared to their white counterparts. So I contacted the Salt Lake City Police Department to ask them about their school resource officers. How are they trained? How do they decide how many go into a particular school? Well, the department declined to comment. The school district released this statement saying, in part, for the past few years, Salt Lake City School District leaders and equity advocates have been meeting with community organizations, such as the Disproportionate Minority Contact Subcommittee of the Utah Board of Juvenile Justice, to study data from our district and from across the state. We look forward to the Office for Civil Rights Review and hopefully learning additional ways to help address any possible inequities for the young people we serve.
If the school district wants to, we can mediate. They can mediate with me and members of the community and implement our solutions. We can even look at state-level solutions and having legislation passed.
But there's no timeline for when the investigation will wrap up. In Salt Lake City, Nadia Crow, Good for Utah.
The U.S. Department of Education is now in the fact-finding phase of that investigation. Clara hopes this leads to a change top to bottom in how resource officers are used and how students are disciplined.